All right, so I wanted to make this video real quick on kind of gear setup. If you've signed up for the class and this is your first, formal class, you had to go out and buy maybe the belt or definitely the holster and the mag holders. You probably haven't had, like I said, a formal class to kind of and done this as far as setup goes. So I wanted to explain it real quick so we can kind of get that out of the way the day of the class and save some time. So a belt, basically any kind of leather belt, like a sturdy, thick belt will do, like a duty belt. This is kind of a dress belt that I use kind of every day, turn it into everyday kind of thing. But you want it to be durable. You don't want it to be real flimsy, like where if I can take the belt and bend it in half, then it's too thin. Okay, so you got your belt, you probably bought a holster, and then a mag pouch or two. Okay, now real quick, I'm just going to talk about putting it on and like where to position everything. So without going too crazy, you're essentially just going to weave it through, obviously. Simple enough. Your holster, that's not a holster, it's a belt mount, but I'll talk about that in a sec. Okay, real quick. So the belt is important. The main thing is that it holds you, because your gun and your mags with the rounds in it and everything can be heavy. So you want a belt strong enough to where it's not going to move and it's not too flimsy. So when I go to draw my gun, and I want it tight enough to where the belt's not going to move when I draw, because if there's some type of like friction or retention on the holster, it's gonna hold on to the gun. And if your belt is the weakest point to where it starts to move, the holster is going to come with your gun, and you don't want that. So as far as position goes, if you're right-handed, it's going to go obviously on your right-hand side. If your body was like a clock, so 12 o'clock is directly in front of me, 1, 2, 3. I'll put my holster from like the 2 to 3 o'clock position. I don't want it too far back, and I don't want it too far forward, like in the front, unless I'm carrying appendix concealed. But 2 to 3 is right in the sweet spot, right in that center line right there. Some holsters have like a cant on them, and those are designed because once you get past 3 o'clock, you're in at 4 or 5, that's more behind the back for a concealment rig. Or if it's canted, it's for like PD or officers when they're sitting down in their vehicles. They have a little bit more leeway and more comfort when they're sitting down. Okay. So if it's at 2 or 3, holster that's vertically straight up and down is ideal. Your mag pouches are going to be on your left side. So this is called your primary hand, this is called your secondary, right? Or your support hand, support side. So same thing, for the mag holders is going to be on the 10 to 11 position. You can go 9 if you want. It's more ergonomic and faster to reload if you go at the 10-11 position. Now, if I go to reload, right, and I reach right here at this 11 o'clock position, less distance, right? Distance equals time. Remember that through this, the whole thing of weapons manipulation. Distance equals time. If my rig or my mag holders are back here, then that's a longer distance I have to travel, which is more time. Okay, simple stuff. If you notice, my magazines are oriented in a way, when they're upside down, the tip of the bullets are facing toward the center line of my body. Okay, that comes into play when I'm doing a reload. Okay, so empty. Mag comes out, right? I need to get a new mag in. This is called the speed reload, which we'll go over in the class. But as far as orientating your mags, when you go to grab your magazine, your index finger, you're gonna swipe your mag, and notice my index finger is in line with the side of the magazine, where the tip of my finger is in line with the tip of the bullets, okay? That comes into play because when you go to reload, your gun is gonna be right here in front of your face. You kind of break it down. This whole area we call it our workspace, right? So elbow in, the gun is in front of your face so you can see what's going on with your gun, but you can also see what's going on downrange, okay? So, head up, gun up, you're indexing your new mag, and when you put this box inside this box, which is the mag well, everything is aligned. As opposed to, if I put this thing, my magazine, the other way, right? I go to reload and I grab it, now I gotta flip it around the other way to get it in, right? So, setting yourself up for success and your gear and the orientation will help you be more efficient, and that's the name of the game, right? Efficiency equals speed. So, mag out, mag in, slide home, and you continue to do some work. Okay, so real quick, decent belt, you want it tight enough, you don't want it to move, you don't want it to be flimsy, okay? Mag holders, 1 or 2, whatever you got is fine. On the belt, outside the waistband is okay. And magazines that oriented where the tips of the bullet are in line of your body, 10, 11 o'clock position, your holster, 2 to 3 o'clock position, and that's it. So just wanted to make that very real quick so you guys can be kind of ahead of the game. When we get there, we don't have to spend as much time on it on range day, and that's it. See you.